After completing a deadly journey to escape from the Hermit Kingdom, one would assume the worst has passed for defectors. But apparently adjusting and settling down in a very different Korea offers a whole new set of challenges. Kim Hyesung sheds light on why re-defecting wasn't a difficult choice for some North Koreans.
Lim Ji-hyun, a North Korean defector who fled to the south in 2014 and became a TV personality, disappeared in China in April. Then in early July, Im appeared in a North Korean video tearfully saying her life in the capitalist south was like hell.
어제 육체적 고통과 정신적 고통이 따르는 그런 것들이었습니다.
As of this year, more than 30,000 North Korean defectors have resettled in the south. Now she's one of around 25 North Korean defectors who re-defected to the north in the last 5 years. Behind me is North Korea, one of the most reclusive states in the world. Many North Korean defectors risk their lives crossing the river border with China, then making the long trek through third countries like Vietnam, Laos, or Thailand to reach the south. So why would anyone want to leave the bustling, wealthy South Korea to return to a life of repression in the north? Lee-Ju-sung, a North Korean defector who came to the south 10 years ago, says adjusting to life here wasn't easy.
When I first came to Seoul, I was shocked that even the language we use is different. South Koreans use a lot of words combined with English, like hanamatu, making day-to-day communication difficult.
Upon arrival, North Korean defectors go through extensive debriefing and months of the Hanawan resettlement program where they learn about the differences between the north and south. After the program, each defector receives a rental apartment and government subsidies. But for many defectors, not all that money goes into their pockets.
Since 2012, Kim Jong-un has tightened border security. Broker fees have soared. Now it's around $14,000. Not many North Koreans can afford that, so most are in debt upon arrival in the south and need to pay money back to smugglers in China.
Economic hardship is one difficulty, with the unemployment rate 3 times higher for North Koreans than South Koreans. But family separation and discrimination is a bigger problem for those resettling in the south.
Yes, I struggled financially, doing hard labor for many hours a day. My daughter also had a tough time. Her classmates bullied her and called her a commie for being a North Korean defector. But we were able to bear through it because we were here together as a family.
Not all defectors are lucky like Mr. Lee, as many North Korean defectors leave behind their families, feeling a sense of guilt and worrying about their safety.
It's actually quite normal for North Koreans to think about going back. They're still tied to the north emotionally and economically. Many maintain contact through brokers in China, and more than half of them send back money to their relatives in the north. North Korean agents take advantage of this, blackmailing them, using relatives in the north as hostages. Around 90% of the few North Koreans who re-defect to the north are tricked by the brokers or kidnapped.
57-year-old Kim Seung-chul, who came to the south in 1994, runs a radio station that broadcasts to the north 2 hours a day.
I've met numerous defectors over the last 2 decades. The hardest thing is the ideological differences. North Koreans have lived in a totalitarian system. You do what you are told to do and become passive. But in the South, you work with your free will and get compensated. This freedom, capitalism itself, is a new concept.
Kim says it took him more than 6 years to adjust, and it's an ongoing process.
But you see how some re-defected to the south again. It's because after going back to North Korea, they realize they can't stand the censorship and economic hardship.
Lee-Ju-sung, who hopes to pay back all his debt and make his farming business a success, says given a choice of going to Europe, the US, or South Korea, he would still choose to come to the south.
In the north, it's all about control. If they hit you, you just get beaten. If they throw you something on the ground to eat, you just eat it. Here there's opportunity, and you get as much as you put in. But for North Koreans, we have no school, regional connections, or blood ties. On top of that, we face discrimination. I am grateful that I'm here, but it makes it that much difficult to adjust to society.
Kim Hyesung, Arirang News.